Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Zolder. We're doing some more VR work today. Assetto Corsa Competizione, and this is a 10 lap VR race. So I'm starting 10th, and what we've got, as I say, is 10 minutes, which is approximately about 7 laps of this circuit. Driving the Jaguar, obviously, which has just been released, and yeah, I'm basically out to try and get as high up the grid as possible. This race proved to be really competitive, I did find. I'll be honest, didn't get to hit the podium, but it was a fantastic and really fun race to be in. So as you can see, we're sort of towards the back of the grid. We've got the AI who acted pretty well, to be honest. They weren't all over the place. We've had a few incidents, but on the whole, throughout the 10 minutes, they behaved really, really well. So yeah, so on this lap, just trying to at the moment sort of not push it too much on the out lap because the field's quite packed. The idea is I was just sort of waiting for sort of it to be a bit spread out a bit more. Don't want to take, because if you're going to have to take a dive down the inside, the chances are you've got 2 cars to pass and it's going to be getting complicated, etc. So as you can see, I've passed the Mercedes, got a gaggle of cars ahead of us now, about 3 or 4. The idea now is to get up close to them. What you may already see, if you've got a keen eye, is that the display that's ahead of me, which shows my gears and revs, that is not displaying pretty much anything. The reason behind that is that in replay mode in the game, it just doesn't show all the statistics like your lap time and various other bits and pieces. It just doesn't do it. So what you're seeing is a replay from the race. The reason is it's a replay and it's not live is simply because I can run the game a lot better in VR mode if I don't record the gameplay as it happens. I record the replay, if that makes sense. So we're gaining on, as I say, this set of 3 to 4 cars ahead of us now. Got the 2 Lamborghinis and a Bentley, and a BMW M6 a bit further on down the road. The Jaguar, I still find on a bog standard setup, it's still a bit tail happy. You still find that you having to slightly feather the throttle rather than just plant it, compared with like the Ferrari and the BMW, which are quite planted. This is a bit more tail happy, but it just means that it's a bit more fun to drive, a bit more challenging, which is what I quite like. At the beginning, I did think to myself that I'm really not overly going to enjoy driving this, and it's probably not going to be a car that I want to stick with for a long time. At the moment, probably when it comes to being competitive, like in multiplayer, it's not going to be the car for me. But if I just want to go for a drive against the AI, then I'm more than happy to drive it. But see, the Lamborghini there just, for some reason, came out of that corner and just slid wide, so I was able to get up the inside. So we've now got to clear out another Lamborghini and a Bentley. They're slightly holding each other up, so that means that yeah, I've got a bit of work to do, but I'm making my way through the field. So yeah, so the Jaguar for me is something I will use probably in the AI mode, just because it's a bit of fun to drive. But I think competitively, it's probably not going to be the one for me. I'm still yet to try any setups for it. So as I say, it's running on bog standard. Maybe if I can play around or get given a setup, I'll give that a shot, and maybe it might be the car that I want to use. But otherwise, I'm really, really enjoying the circuit, and I'm really enjoying the car. So at the moment, we're still struggling to really get really close to these. I've already worked out where I'm most competitive on the track compared with the others. I found that the acceleration is on this car is not the best, so coming out of certain corners it struggles, but this sector I tend to find a lot of time. So you can see I'm gaining quite quickly on that Lamborghini, the Huracan ahead of us, and then we'll be looking possibly to see the amount of time getting a bit of slipstream now. But to be honest, we're coming into a really tight chicane where you can't go two abreast, so you're just going to have to back off. So we hit the chicane. Now watch the acceleration. They've pretty much gone. Just lacking on the acceleration out of that corner in particular. But we gain right back up again, right back behind them. Through that really tight chicane where you can take quite a lot of curbing. This corner here, the rear end likes to flick out slightly, but that is really nice because of the camber. It's just a really nice corner. I gained so much time on that corner. On this really tight hairpin, you can gain so much on the AI. But again, it's the acceleration that you kind of look at, and that's where I'm lacking. So we're starting another lap. You can see that the BMW M6 is now starting to hold up the Bentley and the Huracan. So we've now got 3 cars in this trail. This corner I'm still yet to master. I find it to be a bit of a braking, probably a bit too much, and should really allow the car to run wide. See, so we're going to try and go for a pass down the inside. Allows a bit of room for manoeuvre, but we're getting there and we're alongside it and we're through. We're past. So we're past the Huracan, although he's still slightly there. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he's fallen back. The Bentley now trying to get ahead of the M6. So I think the Bentley's going to do it around the outside. He's pretty much done it around the outside. So, oh, right, okay. So I've been hit up the rear by the Huracan. So that's cost me a tiny bit of time. So this M6 now is starting to fall behind. I mean, look at the sort of pace. So I've just come from nowhere and I've taken that on the inside. Slightly run it wide, slightly pushed it off the track, but it's yeah, I've already found loads of time, and that's gone now. So we're up and we're chasing the Bentley. Probably only a couple of more laps to go now. By the way, it's early morning, so hence why the sun's sort of quite bright. The idea now is that we've got to try and chase down this Bentley. It's been competitive throughout the whole race, and I generally feel that it's probably not going to work. I've got 2 laps max to try and catch it, and if you look from each corner, I'm not gaining a huge amount on it, so don't have to worry too much about behind because there is nothing behind. The chicane there is still what I believe to be the first curb in. It's not too bad. The second curb, you get that wrong and that really unsettles the car. You've got to, I feel, adjust and completely miss the second curb, otherwise you just unsettle the car really badly and it puts you off. So we're now again, you know, like 3 or 4 corners down the road. We're still not really finding that much time on the Bentley. It's still just too far away. You also see in the slight distance there's a black car. I believe that could be a Mercedes. But again, we're not doing anything. Run slightly wide on the last corner there. And now that Bentley's gone even further down the road. So I've taken that corner quite nicely. You see that there's a slight bit of oversteer. Car's pretty planted through there. So through those sort of 3 or 4 corners, I thought I've done reasonably well, but as I say, we're not gaining. But the black Mercedes, I think, or it could be a Huracan, is starting to fall back, but I think time's running out. Pretty sure this is like one of the last laps of the race, so we're not going to catch it. Taking quite a bit of curbing there, a bit more curbing there, and there as well. In hot lap mode, you can do that flat. In the race, it's a bit difficult. Starting to come to the end of the lap. Fourth position at the moment, which is what I've worked my way up from, 10th to 4th. Huracan is gaining on us, but that was it. That's the end of the race. So 4th place in the end, which I was reasonably happy with. And yeah, so that's another video. Thank you for watching. I hope it's been fun. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like what you see, and I'll catch up with you again very soon. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.